Salut à tous les popis, c'est Popitox et j'espère que vous avez tous sa forme. Aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour l'épisode 21 de GreedFall. Donc il faudra interroger les habitants bien sûr du village pour savoir, je m'en souviens plus, ça fait un moment que je joue plus. Donc on va les interroger. On va commencer par...
You have a strange stare, Renaikse. Leave me alone.
ok. Ils veulent pas.
Leave me be. Even your thoughts are...
Can't you leave us alone? Monisana.
Traitor. An Anolmenawi does not wear the dress.
Ok. Elle.
Birtir to Madre Naikse.
Good day.
Do you want something?
Could you answer a few questions?
Questions. It is a word that you adore. Let us play a game. If you answer my questions, I will answer yours.
If it's the only way to get answers, then let's play.
I am pleased. We will have fun. But beware, no lies. What name is given the place from where you come?
I come from Serene, a grand city on the continent of Gikane.
Really? It is possible that you come from there, but I believe that this is not your land. Your turn.
Alors.
Your village seems different than the others. Why is that?
Each village is different than the others. It is the reflection of those who live in it and of all that surrounds it. Verdlug is the village of the lightning-struck wood in your language.
Why do you call it that?
It is said that there was once a great fire that burned all the surrounding woods caused by a storm. But one tree that burns nourishes a new tree, greener and stronger than before the forest returns. We are like her. Even wounded, we rise again, stronger than we were before. Our warriors are known for this by all clans. They fear us. Let's try something else. Are you on Olmenawi with your land? Or did you inherit your link from your parents?
I'm not bound. Or at least I haven't done anything in particular to bind myself.
Then it was your parents. One of them at least must have been Donegat. Your turn.
Could you tell me more about your beliefs?
What a strange question. I don't believe. I know. Nature is alive. A forest is like a village. Every river, every rock, every beast, the land itself, all live, all speak to us. In exchange for these gifts, we honor her, give her our dead. This is the way of things. We do everything in our power to protect her. It was fun. More than with the woman who makes light. She did not want to play.
Ok.
Do you want something? Enough questions.
Ok.
Birtir to Mad, an Almanawi. What do you want?
This question will seem strange to you, but do you know anything about a demon?
A demon?
A dark spirit, if you prefer.
No. There is no such thing as dark spirits. Your question is not strange. Foolish, perhaps.
Ok.
Tell me about the missionaries that came here. Those who wear the symbol of the sun on their clothing.
When they came, they spoke about their bright and shiny god. They told us we were wrong. Said that nature was just nature, and not to be worshipped. These men know nothing. We ignored them. They finally left, and then the woman came to us. She sniffed around everywhere, asking many questions, just like you. I was told that she tried to enter my own home. I even saw her trying to follow me in the woods. She must be careful. It is easy to get lost in the woods. cross paths with wild beasts.
What can you tell me about your rituals?
Our rituals? Nothing. Nothing at all. They do not concern me. I am not a denegad. Even you should be able to tell that. Why you bother me with these questions? I am only a gatherer. Go and bother someone else.
Ouais, ben.
What can you tell me about the beliefs of your village?
The beliefs of the village? That is a strange question for an Onol Manawi. Our beliefs are the same as those of the other clans. We believe in the earth that carries us and feeds on our dead, in the rain that quenches us and drowns us, in the beasts that feed us and in those that eat us. I do not know what more I can say to you. Everyone shares these beliefs.
Ok. Parler à la sœur Ephésienne des informations obtenues.
You're different from the others. What is your role in the village?
Different? Why?
Well, for one, you answer me when I speak.
You others, when we don't answer you, you start digging for answers everywhere else. I am a gatherer. I hunt a little. I do my part for the life of the village.
I must leave now.
Ok. Ok.
Anything new?
No. The investigation has gone stale. Perhaps you should talk to them.
I managed to exchange a few words with some villagers, but I admit they don't seem keen to talk.
And did they tell you anything worth sharing?
I know little more about their beliefs. They worship nature and do not intend to change. It is certainly different from the luminous faith, but it's hardly demonic worship. Yet, there's something strange about this village. One of the villagers that spoke with me seemed truly worried. On edge, even.
I think I know of whom you speak. A man always looking over his shoulder. He often sneaks out of the village like a thief. I attempted to follow him, but he always eludes me. I tried to get into his hut to see if he was hiding anything, but someone was always there.
Then we should give it a try. Perhaps we'll fare better.
This fellow did not seem very honest to me. If he's hiding something from us, perhaps we can find out what it is by searching his house.
He doesn't look inclined to let us in. We'll have to distract him.
I wonder if that eccentric young lady could help us. She seems to like you. Or, of course, we could create a diversion by breaking some of these pots.
I can pretend to be clumsy, but we'll have to work fast, and it will only work once.
Ok. Détourner l'attention de la maquille.
Do you want something?
Might I ask you a few questions about the villagers?
More questions? You really like this game. You really do.
If we could avoid the...
Very well. But be brief then, because it is not good fun.
Where does this man live?
Down there. His dwelling is right in front of my own.
I would like to take a look inside.
What? Why would you want to do that? It is his home. You have nothing to do there if you are not invited.
I really must go inside. I need to clarify something. If you can help us.
My child, I understand you might be shocked by this request, but have no fear. We have no intention of taking or destroying anything. We would just like to put to rest a few rumors.
You are one of them, aren't you? One of these men who shake our minds. A man of the light.
Well, that's correct. I am a priest of Ptolemy.
All of that are just words. And it is not fun. If you want my help, I want the hat of the mind shaker woman.
Yeah.
Very well. I will go and ask her. But I cannot promise that she will accept.
Ok.
Do you want something?
Might I ask you a few questions about the villagers?
More questions? You really like this game. You really do.
If we could avoid the...
Very well. But be brief.
What can you tell me about that? I spoke to him and he seemed nervous.
Don't hold it against him. The people of the light have already questioned us. That makes him distrustful. He is a man of few words, but he is devoted to the village and listens to the Dene god with great attention. He is a gatherer, but everyone knows he wants to become the next Voglendijk, the next servant of Dene god.
Where does this man... I would like...
What?
I really must...
But we would just...
You are one of
Well, that's correct.
all of that.
No, I'm sorry, but I cannot ask that of her.
If you change your...
Bon. Voilà. Détourner l'attention de l'homme inquiet. C'est lui là? Voilà.
What a horrible mask. How can someone wear such a thing unless they're worshipping some dark creature?
I will admit that it's rather ghastly, but I'm almost certain that the warriors of this island wear these things in battle. This altar is incredibly morbid. I wonder what sort of spirit could be venerated in this way.
This is exactly the kind of proof we've been looking for. An evil cult, far from some naive veneration of nature and other island spirits.
This painting is frightening, evoking war, a massacre, a bloodbath under the likeness of a grimacing face.
All these gruesome and bloody horrors leave no room for doubt. There is a demonic cult here. We should go tell Sister Ephesia.
Ok. On va en faire des allers-retours. Hein.
Did you learn anything? I was able to sneak into the hut of our mystery man.
And what did you discover?
Some troubling things. A ritual mask, a rather morbid altar, and a fresco depicting a massacre.
By the Enlightened. To think these unholy things were so near. Finally, the proof we need that there's a blood-worshipping cult here. They cannot perform their heinous pagan rituals in the village, and I'm certain that it's where our nervous friend sneaks off to. I failed to find where he goes. But you have already proven more competent than I.
I shall try. Hopefully he won't lead us into a trap.
Thank you for your help. And good luck.
Ok. Se cacher à la sortie du village, attends à tomber de la nuit.
Here we could hide and wait. We would be able to see where this sleepless boy goes during nightfall.
Wake up, Greenblood. He's here.
On va suivre. Voilà. Sur le chemin. Ok, c'est là.
Where could our man have gone?
These strange roots are forming some kind of door. This must be where he went. My child, you are very pale, as if you just saw something terrible.
That's precisely what has happened. For a brief moment, I was this tree.
This is truly some strange sorcery. What exactly did you see? Perhaps it is some sort of key.
I was this tree, and my branches were shaken by a storm so strongly that they hurt terribly. The heavens caught fire several times, and I felt the lightning strike and pierce me through and through. A sinister warmth took hold of my entire body in an instant, and flames began to devour me. Life left me. All was calm, and I had a taste of cinder in my mouth. In spite of this, I continued to feel. And the rain began to fall on my roots, and at the very heart of my being I felt the sap begin to flow again. A shoot appeared on my darkened roots. Then the vision dissipated. I have never experienced anything like it before.
Ok.
This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. The drawing on this stone resembles a symbol that must represent the earth. The drawing on this stone makes me think of fire. This drawing looks like an infant. On this stone, the sun is visible. This stone has an image of the moon.
Ok.
This stone is blackened, eaten away. Here this looks like a snowflake. The drawing on this stone represents lightning.
Ouais. On va commencer par...
This stone bears the image of a storm, or perhaps the wind.
Non, c'est pas la tempête et le vent.
This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. The drawing on this stone resembles a symbol that must
Evidently, I shouldn't have lit this candle.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the other!
Tell us again exactly what you saw, my child.
I was this tree, and my branches were shaken by a storm so
Tempête,
strongly
hein.
that they hurt terribly. The heavens caught fire several times, and I
Tempête
felt the
éclair.
lightning strike and pierce me through and through. A sinister warmth took hold of my entire
Flamme,
body in
tempête,
an
éclair,
instant.
flamme.
Flames began to devour me. Life left me. All was
Cendre.
calm, and I had a taste of cinder in my mouth. In spite of this, I continued to feel. And the rain began to fall on my roots. And at the very heart of my being, I felt the sap begin to flow again. A shoot appeared on my darkened roots. Then the vision dissipated. I have
Tempête.
never experienced anything like it before. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water. This stone bears the image of a storm.
Tempête. Foudre. Feu.
I must have lit the candles in the wrong order.
Protect me in this battle!
Bon.
This stone bears the image of a...
Tempête. Foudre. Feu.
This drawing looks like an infant. Could it represent life? This stone is blackened, eaten away. I think it's supposed to. This stone is adorned with the etching of a drop of water.
Peut-être là. Ouais. Et c'est bon, c'est ça.
This island really is full of surprises and mysteries. This weird puzzle actually opened the door.
Ok. Je regarde un petit peu où je peux aller.
Close duis, atudayam canadedole, tadulan vrandi, alauneles agen ole vei. Closi garamam italami olflinau ich egrem. Closi cadem tayentis olarabeni a ol slai. Vanqua sakengedem fradem adigalem. Linquid winterbus o galansani. Tugombenis gremos nigawi. Rencasie climaderem de negau edent. Clos duis, aruject nes diri.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Lois des dramen adres Gideon, Argenta. Esparnu fradi, Damagengadan, Yadiga Ladandian. Esparnu fradi, Dawel Gaishidon. Agesparnu fradi, Dawel Gremosenabui.
D'accord.
There is no longer any doubt. The creature who was talking through this tree is a demon.
In any case, Teleme's story suddenly sounds way more plausible. The Denegad who performed the ritual was the villagers. We should go talk to Deirdre.
Ok. Je vais voir où ça mène parce que ça m'a sorti direct. Pardon, excusez-moi. Bon, je peux pas aller. Voilà. Ok. Par là-bas. On va parler à... Voilà.
What do you seek?
We found your sanctuary and assisted in one of your blood rituals. Was the apparition we witnessed the demon the priests were talking about?
What is clear is these priests know nothing, and you know nothing.
I am not from Teleme. I cast no judgment upon your beliefs. But if you want us to help you, you need to help us understand.
You may not be one of the men of the light, but you are not from here. You come here thinking you know the face of God, yet you call the spirit that guides us demon. You look like us, but you act just like them. A Renaigse, an enemy that seeks only to conquer the spirits of these lands. You pretend to understand our customs, so show us you are worthy of our trust. If you confront in fair contest my warriors and defeat them, I will speak with you.
Ok. Casse-couille, hein, les gens. Bon, il est où le machin? Voilà. Ils sont chiants. Hein. Avec leur aller-retour là.
I admit that for a Renaigse, you know how to fight with honor. Very well. I'll attempt to help you make sense of what you witnessed. The ritual you saw is a ceremony to summon forth the strength of our warriors. Our people have always lived in harmony with nature. Our very existence revolves around her. She talks to us and takes on many faces. What you have witnessed is just one of many. Confronting the threat that the Renaigse make up, we called them for their blessing, and they appeared to us.
Can we contact them? I mean, is communication possible?
What you witnessed was not a discussion. But if you visit a sanctuary, you may see one of the faces, and then you will be able to talk. Pass the mountains and head to the swamps. There, if you perform the ritual, you will see them come. Though what you will hear may not be to your liking.
Ok.
What do you seek?
Speaking of a demon,
I already told you. The only way to anything more.
I need...
Ok. Bon. Bon. Trouver sanctuaire et attaqué par le... Ok. On va aller là-bas. C'est parti. On va visiter un peu. Avant de faire autre chose. Ouais, on va passer par là. Ok, là. Je suppose qu'il n'y a rien. Faut qu'on vérifie s'il n'y a pas des coffres, tout ça. Non. Ok, là il y a des monstres. Un point de compétence. Point de compétence qu'on va mettre. Là il faut 2 points. On va les garder. Voilà. Il y a quoi par là? C'est bloqué. On va passer par là. Voilà. Ça c'est fait. Donc là c'est les marais. Zone marécageuse. Voilà. Ça, c'est fait. Et là, c'est voyage. On va aller là-bas. Voilà. Ça c'est fait. Voilà. Oh putain. Vite. Oh putain, j'ai pas eu le temps. J'ai pas eu le temps. Dommage. Je suis où là? Oh enculé. On va partir par là direct. Ouais, par là. Ça c'est fait. Ok, il y a par là. Je sais pas où ça mène. Ouais. Par là. Un autre feu de camp. Voilà. Ça c'est fait.
What an astounding place.
It is the village of Eden the Cardinal Mother told you about. The place where natives and priests live together. I must admit that I'm curious to see it.
All that's left to do is to find Father Justinius.
Ok. Demeure de Ledger, ok.
Hello. I am Lair, the village leader. Well, I was the leader of this village.
Hello, Desade. I am the legate of the merchant congregation.
There are Onol Manawi among the Logaed Blau. I did not know that. What do you want from me?
Bah
I
rien.
have to go.
Like.
Je veux rien de toi pour l'instant, parce que t'es pas intéressant. Voilà. C'est pas grave, hein. Là, il y a un panneau. Bon, c'est un panneau de contrat. Là, je vous laisse lire. Ça c'est fait.
Welcome to Eden, the lighthouse of faith, harmony, and civilization in these wild lands.
Thank you. Desarde. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation.
And I am Father Justinius. Delighted. And what may I do for you?
The Mother Cardinal has asked me to investigate the theft of these tablets you discovered.
That's excellent news. The loss of the tablets is a catastrophe. We have to find them at all costs. If you want to learn more about these tablets, you should go ask Sister Eugenia. She supervises the theologians who discovered them, and were also guarding them. You should find her a bit further in the village, with her colleagues.
Who are the suspects of this theft?
The heretical brutes of the village of Vedlug most likely had a hand in this. They must have wanted to please the demons they worship by stealing the holy word from us.
How could they have learned of the tablet's existence?
Perhaps the demons are giving them this power. Unless one of the natives living in the village innocently mentioned them. They are so naive. Either way, I am certain that the heretics are involved in this matter.
I must leave you. Goodbye.
May the enlightened...
Okay.
I wonder what really happened when the missionaries came to settle here.
It all seems a bit too convenient. If we find out some information about the history of Eden, maybe we'll change our view on things. The theft of the relic is probably not a coincidence. Father.
I'm glad to see...
On va l'interroger un petit peu.
Tell me about how you created this village.
We did not create it from the ground up. It was built around an existing native village. The islanders called it Vigsenegan, which translates to the village of the old sage. We saw it as a sign. The natives had probably chosen this name in memory of Saint Matthias, and everything here fit the description of Saint Lucius. The discovery of the tablets proved us right. So, we decided to rebuild our Eden here, in the spirit of peace and harmony which is described in the scriptures.
Ok.
Why share this village with the natives?
To replicate and resume the work of our founder, of course. If he came here and managed to convert the natives, then it is our duty to do the same thing. By living side by side with them, it is much easier for us to pass on our teachings.
How well do you get along with the natives who live here?
Very well, of course. Especially since those who opposed our presence left.
Left? To go where?
Oh, to other villages, I imagine. Does it even matter? Those who stayed are on the path of enlightenment. Some of their legends must have been about Saint Matthias. That helped to convince them.
And how well have neighboring villages welcomed you?
With some reluctance, to be perfectly honest. So, we sent them missionaries. There are still frequent conflicts with the village of Vedlug, a highly violent village of heretics. But the other villages, the more peaceful ones, are slowly starting to listen to the sacred word.
There is something strange here.
It often takes time for the people of the continent to get used to our paradise, but I am sure you will come to appreciate it.
I must leave you.
May the enlightened...
Ok. Je vais aller en bas.
I am busy. If you have questions, go see Sister Eugenia. She's our supervisor.
Do you have any ideas about who stole the tablets?
Some of the village savages helped us during the search. Perhaps they are behind all of this. There was a particular woman who seemed to want us to be there. I don't remember her name, though.
Ok.
If you are saying that these tablets bear writings from the very hand of our holy founder, then we must find them. Without them, all our research to trace the life of Saint Matthias on this island is doomed to failure. If these savages have stolen them, we will have to take them back, by force if necessary.
Hello. The Mother Cardinal asked me to help you find the tablets that were stolen. Can I ask you some questions?
Of course. But hurry, I have a lot to do.
Ok.
I talked to Father Justinius. He told me that you were supervising the theologians here.
Indeed. It is under my supervision that the research on Saint Matthias is conducted.
Whom do you suspect of being the thief?
Alas, I'm afraid there are many suspects. These tablets are priceless relics. Some settlers may have fallen prey to the lure of profit. The heretical natives of Vedlug may have wanted to take them away from us, or it could have been vengeance by those who had to leave the village.
Where were the tablets the night they were stolen?
We were keeping them in one of the village's shacks. We intended to bring them to San Matthias later. But first, we wanted to examine them in order to obtain as much information as possible. You can go and take a look in the shack if you want to, but I couldn't find any traces of forced entry.
I imagine someone was keeping watch over them.
Of course, we took turns guarding the shack. But some of us can't have taken the task that seriously. If I remember correctly, it was Brother Virgil who was guarding them that night.
Well, thank you for these pieces of information.
I am the one who should be thanking you. Especially if you managed to retrieve the tablets for us.
The Mother Cardinal told me that this village had been developed on the basis of St. Lucius's writings. Are you one of the theologians who helped in its creation?
Yes. I was sent here to confirm that this place is indeed the one described in the writings, and then I stayed.
What was the reaction of the natives when you arrived here?
Most of them were not in favor of us living amongst them. They were afraid we might chase them out of their own village. And there were even more protests once we started talking about searching for traces of Saint Matthias. I suppose they thought we would destroy all of their raised stones and other places of superstition.
Were there any confrontations with the natives?
Yes. The warriors of the village attacked us. The Ordo Luminous actually had to intervene. The Inquisition managed to make them run away. The islanders tried to attack again with the support of Vedlug, but we stood our ground. And when Lur, the chief of the village, finally accepted our presence, things calmed down.
Thank you. This information will...
Ok.
Thank you. I will... Greetings. Desarde. I am handling the investigation into the theft of the tablets. Sister Eugenia told me to talk to you.
I'm Brother Virgil. What would you like to know?
According to your colleague, you were the one in charge of guarding the tablets on the night of the theft. Is that right?
Indeed.
Ok.
What can you tell me about that night? Did you hear or see anything?
No, nothing in particular. The night was quiet, and then the morning after, we saw they were gone.
Someone had to enter the shack to steal the tablets. How did that happen?
I have no idea. The door was closed in the morning, and the lock was intact.
Ok.
Do you suspect anyone in particular?
Not really. What I can tell you for sure is it is not one of us.
Well, Sister Eugenia did tell me that the tablets were priceless.
Of course. But our motivation is not the lure of profit. All that matters to us is their value as proof, not the money we could make out of them.
Do you think the culprit could be a native?
Well, since none of us did it, it seems obvious. There aren't many other settlers around here, and the natives knew of the existence of these tablets before we found them. They were attached to them too, in their own way.
They are the ones who led you to them.
Well, we conducted the research, but they helped us find where they were hidden. Some inhabitants of the village are still giving us a hand with our work.
Well, thank you. I will investigate where
As you wish. But you won't find anything there. And why does it matter anyway? There were witnesses to the discovery of these tablets. We have all the proof we need. And that's all that matters.
What do you mean?
Now we can prove Saint Matthias lived here. Our actions on this island are justified. To keep rummaging the way Sister Eugenia does will only create more tensions with the natives.
I was not expecting a theologian to say such things. Have you been in Eden for a long time?
2 months, approximately. Back then, there were still some pagan natives in the village. I joined Sister Eugenia's team with some of my colleagues, so we could give them a fresh outlook on things. We arrived straight from Ptolemy, hoping to study some new texts. But once we were here, I understood that my real mission was with the islanders. We must bring the light to this island.
You talked about a mission with the natives. What did you mean by that?
I may be under the command of Sister Eugenia here, but my superior is Bishop Domitius. Our mission is to banish pagan cults and convert the entire population to the light. The island belongs to Saint Matthias, and therefore to Ptolemy, since the god of light offered it to our founder.
If your superior's Domitius, you are a member of the Ordo Luminis. I did not expect to find one of its members side by side with the missionaries. They usually do not get along.
The Order goes everywhere the light needs to be revealed.
You have a very unique way of seeing things. I doubt everyone accepts it. How are your relations with the natives?
When I arrived, we were still trying to obtain information from them about Saint Matthias, but they were very reluctant to give us any answers. We were also trying to educate them. Our attempts eventually made some of the inhabitants of the village react badly. Most stubborn against our teachings, the warriors, and the marked. The ones the natives call the Onomanawi. They eventually left, and it has proved nothing but a blessing for us. I would like to go back to work now.
Of course. I will leave you to...
Bon. Ok. Donc là c'est la demeure, découvrir, ok. C'est quoi? Découvrir l'histoire de l'Éden. Ok. Bon ben du coup les amis, j'espère en tout cas que cet épisode vous aura plu. N'hésitez pas à partager, à liker, à vous abonner et bien sûr comme d'habitude faites ce que vous voulez. Moi je vous fais de très gros bisous et je vous dis à la prochaine pour un nouvel épisode sur bien sûr GreedFall, qu'il faut terminer bien sûr cette map. Ah merde, c'est pas par là que je voulais aller, c'était par là, voilà, c'était dedans. Du coup je vous fais de gros bisous et je vous dis à la prochaine. Bisous les amis.